Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to the tutorial of Industrial Organization Design, first module, and the discussion of organizational theory and SWOT analysis. In the tutorial focus discussion, the first, students are able to understand the basic concept of industrial organization design. Next, students are able to formulate the organization mission and mission. And then, students are able to analyze this SWOT.
Today, we will learn about first, company identity, second, dynamic of competition and operation strategy, third, SWOT analysis, and fourth, business strategy.
Next, discussion enterprises. According to Toronto's digelar SWOT, an economic organization conducted by one or group of people in a formal institutional regular maintenance continuously to make, provide or distribute goods and service. The following is an example of business entity like individual business entity, CP, PT, firma, and cooperative. In the next discussion, corporate identity. Corporate identity is the physical manifestation of visual media and featuring an identity so that the organization can different the organization or company with other company or competitor. Corporate identity consists of the first, vision, conveys perfection on feature. The second, mission, organization need to reach vision. And the next, goals, start to be achieved with measurable. Next, strategy, an action to reach of change. And the next, logo, symbol that used to representation of company. And the next, value and belief, when value adopted. Next, tagline, synthesis of phrase that used to be branding. And finally, motto, synthesis of phrase that used to motivation and purpose. Different vision and mission. Vision. Vision is the big picture, the main goals and idol in the picture. And then, vision in the form of long-term goals and future-oriented. And then mission. Mission is the description or steps that will be taken to achieve or realize the vision. And then, mission in the form of short-term, idle or oriented now. And then vision. Usually permanent, this relates to gradually and consistent. And the mission usually change when the mission are considered to fail for realizing the mission. And a mission usually clear, concise, and repeated every day. And a mission usually consistent of a number translation sentence of various kinds of points that are more than vision. And then mission contains general statement, and mission, the statement is specific and more detailed. A characteristic of good logo, like a simple, easy to remember, unique, flexible, appropriate, and durable. And all good logo, I say, a branding a company. And the next discussion, dynamics of competition. According to Chip Tono, operational excellence is a business strategy to focus on the production process to the service of the buyer. For companies in this category, the most important things to build super efficient business process. And the next strategy business is SWOT. This method focuses more on identity and build strengthen opportunity. The following is an example of the element found is in SWOT analysis. And then SWOT like strengths, opportunities, aspiration, and result. Strengths. The strength and special ability that are more point. And then opportunity. What our stakeholder need. Demand that arises as opportunity. And then aspiration. What we can deeply about. And then taking aspiration from demand. And the final result. How do we know our setting, response, and the result of aspiration? And the next method, business strategy, blue ocean strategy. Blue ocean strategy is a business strategy that implements market share and market space or control without competitor. The blue ocean strategy prioritizes the combination of innovation and the value of a product so that it can provide a benefit for consumers and for producer or companies. And the final strategy method, SWOT. SWOT analysis or strength, weakness, opportunity, and threat. SWOT analysis is one method to describe condition and evaluate a problem, project, or business concept based on internal factor (IVAS) and external factor (EVAS). The aim is to carry out a situation or condition analysis so that the strategy of the company or organization can be formulated. And the next, qualitative analysis from SWOT analysis. Internal factor IVAS instead to find out the strengths and weakness of a company and formulate internal strategy factor. And then the following an example from company gym. And the second, qualitative analysis, external factor, EVAS, analyzes the external condition of all aspects, at least based on political, economic, social, cultural, security factor, on the company external environmental condition, state or local government. And the following is an example from company gym.
After conducting the qualitative analysis, the company have to conduct the quantitative analysis, that is quantitative data that is obtained from the formulation of qualitative analysis that has been given a score. Companies have to list down the factors by the qualitative analysis and change it into the alphabetic factors. In this example is factor E until R. And then the steps in analyzing the internal strategic factor by quantitative analysis is we have to compare each of the factors by its row or horizontally. For example, we compare factor A and B. As A is the name that is well known to many people, and B has an experience and professional structure. If from the perspective of the expert, factor A is more important than B, so we have to write down that A have 1 as their score and B has 0 as their score because factor A is more important than B. And then we have to continue to compare all of the factors from A to C, A to D, A to E, and until the R factor. For example, here the factor R is not more important than the factor A until F. So we write down the R score as 0 from the column A to F. So we calculate the total of each row as each factors, so we get the TR or total row. For example, factor A is 12 until R, which has total row 8. So we sum up the total row as 146 and we get the weight by dividing the total row by its total. For example, for factor A we have 12 divided by 146, so we get the weight of A is 0.082 and so on, so we get the total weight must be 1. After we get the weight of all the factors, so we have to multiply it by the ratings of each factors. How to get the ratings? We have to determine if the factors is weak or strong. If the factors is positive or it is strength or opportunities, so the ratings is from 4 to 1, which is very strong to very weak, and the opposite of the negative factors like the weakness and the strength. If the weakness is very strong, then we give value as 1. So we multiply the y by the value ratings to get a weighting score. So after we get the weight, the total of the strength is 1.9 and the weakness is 0.9, so strength minus weakness is 1.01.
The result of IVAS and EVAS analysis are then entered into the SWOT analysis diagram, with the difference between strength and weakness are coordinated on the x-axis, while the difference between opportunity and threat are coordinated on the y-axis. SWOT analysis diagram have 4 quadrants. Quadrant number 1. In the quadrant is the best position because the company is a region that is strong and likely. And then, second quadrant. The quadrant has internal strength, but on the other hand face several objects from outside threats. Quadrant 3. Even if have an opportunity, on the other hand, they face several obstacles in the form of internal weakness. And finally, quadrant 4. This position in the date a weak company and face a big challenge. The strategy in this quadrant is called our survival strategy, meaning a company is designed to control internal performance so that it doesn't get worse. The strategy is maintenance while continuous improve. SWOT matrix. After the SWOT analysis mapping is made, a matrix table is made a determinant as a SWOT information table. Then, do a comparison between internal factors, which include strength and weakness, with external factors, opportunity and threat. After that, we can carry out alternative strategy to be implementation. The strategy choose in the most profitable strategy with the smallest risk and threat. Besides choosing alternative, SWOT analysis can also be used to make improvement and improvisation. By knowing the strength and opportunity and weakness and threat. And next discussion, generate strategy classification or strategy business. Have a four factor. And first, excellent at low cost. Cost leadership. Is it a strategy in the broad market and demand in science in operation? This strategy emphasizes action in production products that can be achieved by consumer at relative low price than competitor. And then second, differentiation. This competitive strategy aims at the broad market by expectation that creation of product or service that are unique or different in the industry of provide value to customer. By offering product unique, companies can apply premium price. And the next, focus on cost. Is it a strategy where companies make cost efficiency while at the same time fighting niche market that do not interfere with market leader? For example, instead of competing directly, the company sells more widely to market private brand product. And final, focus on differentiation. Similar to the cost-focused strategy, this strategy exists in a certain group of market or certain geographic, for example, as a film production companies that offer children film only. Thank you guys for your attention. The first tutorial Industrial Organization Design. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.